This third and final part of the basics of genetic covers the law of independent assortment. So the law of independent assortment says that the segregation of alleles of one trait doesn't affect the segregation of alleles for another trait. Okay, let's break that down a little bit. So the segregation of the two different forms of a trait of one trait does not affect the separation of the two different forms of another trait. So that would be like hair color, the allele for hair color, and the way that it separates during meiosis does not affect the separation of the allele for eye color. And so let's give you a more practical example. So for example, if you roll 2 dice, the outcome of one die does not have an effect on the outcome of the other die. So the pictures here on your screen show 4 different random dice rolls on a random dice roller generator that I found. Okay, you rolled 2 dice and you got a 5 and a 6. You rolled the same 2 dice, you got a 1 and a 1. You rolled the same 2 dice again, you got a 4 and a 5. And you rolled it one more time and you got a 4 and a 1. One dice does not affect the other dice. It's like Yahtzee. Okay, so let's put it in the framework of DNA and chromosomes and separation of alleles. So genes on separate chromosomes are going to separate independently during meiosis. Okay, if they're on a different chromosome, they're going to go a different direction during meiosis. This is true unless the genes are linked. So we have 46 chromosomes in the body. Haploid cells have 23. So on those 23 chromosomes in a gamete, you have lots and lots and lots and lots of genetic information. Enough genetic information to build a whole human. So some of those genes are on the same chromosome. So in this particular case, we're going to take it back to crossing over for this to make sense too. So if crossing over were to happen, these genes down at the bottom of your chromosome here, B and C, would probably stay together, more likely so than A and C staying together, because crossing over is when they cross their legs in meiosis and they exchange their genetic information. So B and C are considered linked genes, so they do not follow this law of independent assortment. So if you get a form of allele C, you're going to get the one that goes with it for B, and they are linked together. Okay, so that is an exception to this law of independent assortment, or kind of a caveat to it.